gender, department, age, date, salary, and rating. If you look at the second sheet as well, that's the same thing. That means that something is about there's something unique about all this file. So while this is for Indian staff, you obviously now know that this is also a staff data but belonging to another country. Because this already from the sheet name that we have, we already know that okay, this is for a staff in India, and this data is for some particular set of staffs in India, and this second data as well would also be for a certain people. Now, every column that you see on this data now is same thing, same set of column you have on this first sheet, or the same set of column you have on this second sheet. That now gives us the way forward. So you can see that this data is coming from a company, and this company maybe is their employees data, maybe the HR data and all of that. Maybe the HR generated this data and all of that. So the first thing to do that makes it easier when we want to analyze data, when we want to start cleaning our data set and all of that, is to make sure that our data is in table. So with that makes it more easier for us. Even when data keeps coming in, it's easier for us to sort those data and to also clean it going forward. So the first thing we need to do now is that we need to put this data in a table. So both this first sheet and this second sheet now, they're not in table, so we need to put them in table. So to put that in table, just click on any cell or any column and we press our Ctrl T. So is anyone following with the data set?
Not yet. I guess the data set has not been brought to us.
Okay. I think I sent it to the group now. So I sent it to the group.
Is it the WhatsApp group or
Yes,
here?
yes. WhatsApp.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, please, if there's anyone here that is not in the WhatsApp group, Felicia, please help me drop the link on the in chat, let them join so that they can access it. I'm trying to manage the recording as well as join from my phone, so it's like my laptop and my phone at the same time. So there will be a limit of time, please. If you're here and you did not join the WhatsApp, the link will be sent now so you can access the data. Thank you.
Thank
Over
you.
to you. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. So now, what I said earlier was that the first thing to do when you want to start cleaning our data is to put it in table. So and to put that in table, just press our Ctrl T. We click on any of the cell that has the data, then we press our Ctrl T. So once you press our Ctrl T, we can see that it's already highlighted the whole data. It's already highlighted the whole data. Now it gave us a pop-up and it's asking us create a table, question mark in front of it. So many times this indicator that my table has a header might not be enabled. So you need to enable it to indicate that my table has a header. And what this does is that it makes sure that the first row the first row on this same data that is being highlighted is the table name. So once you press OK now, it's converted that to a table for us. So we already have a table. Now if you are looking at this, can you see that we now have an extra like a ribbon tab now that is titled table design? Can everyone see that? Table design. Now it's giving us a table name here, and it says the name of this table that we just created is titled table 1. So we don't want that to be table 1, we want it to be maybe data. So let's just maybe we change it to another name. Maybe we change it to, if anyone want to suggest a name, we just use any name that comes. Let's just use data or staff. Sorry, let's just use staff. So So for this same second sheet as well, we do the same thing, Control T, and we make sure that this my table as a header is enabled, and we'll press OK as well. So we already have what is it called? We already have a table. We already have a table now. So we have table on the first sheet and we have table on the second sheet. So one of the things we can do is maybe if you want to adjust the column, whereby maybe it might not be necessary in our case. If you want to adjust it, then so after creating this table now, what we need to look out for on this table, on this data set, is to look out for possible errors, look out for issues that many times might just be easy for us to spot. So some of them many times might not be easy for us to spot. But looking at this now, the data is not that really much. We just scroll down, we should be able to spot few errors. So if you look at one of the things we first look at, if you look at this data on this column B, and if you look at this row 5, B5, you notice that this particular cell is empty. This particular cell is empty. That tells us that on this same sheet, on this same table, there are data that are empty. It's not the data that is filled with data. That means that there are still things we need to do. And we look at this one, and this one is even on gender, and the column is that particular cell is empty. Is empty. So going forward now, what we need to do is just let's just click on it, go to table design, and I want to wait for the person I want to follow with that data so that at least she can do the way we are doing it as well now. But everyone is following what I'm trying to do. Okay. So on this table now, once you click on this now, if I'm clicking outside this table now, you see that we just have our normal Excel table now. So basically now, this is I'm using shortcut actually is that many times those shortcuts used to come in handy. Like it makes the work and all of that very easier. So that's why I'm like, and these are just it's not really short. If you look at the keyboard now, yeah, I'm pressing Control Shift 4 on that keyboard already. If you look at that 4 now, the dollar sign is already there. And if you look at on that 3 on the keyboard too, that hash symbol is already there. So those are like symbols to what we want to do. That I'm actually using those um, shortcuts. So you can see that we already claimed this column F and the column E as well. So what we need to now do, what we now need to look at again in cleaning this data is to look at okay, same thing. We are still working on this first sheet. So let's just go to the second sheet and do the same thing for the salary. You get it? On the salary, let's do the same thing. On the salary, we did that. We changed the currency, and on the date as well. Okay, I think this date is properly formatted, so we don't need to work on it. It's properly formatted. So let's go back to the first sheet that we're working with. So the next thing we need to check out for is now to check out for duplicate. If there's any duplicate, duplicate implies that maybe a name here is appearing maybe twice, 3 times on this same sheet. Maybe basically it needs to come from this name actually. So we want to check if there is any duplicate at all on this data set. So all we need to do, we press Control A, sorry, Control, just highlight it down, that first column, just highlight it down. Once you're able to do that, just go to under the same home tab, just go to conditional formatting. You can see that. Let's come to this conditional format. What we just want to do is we want to check for um, duplicates. So let's just click on this highlight cell rule. Everyone can see this, right? Then we just, you see this duplicate value. So what this will do for us is it will just highlight cell under this name that are duplicate. It will just highlight it for us. Let's just click it. Okay, so he said he wants to fill it with reg. That's good. Just fill it anyhow you want to fill it. All right. So we can see that this name are in duplicate. So it highlighted this name. Number 50, row 54 and row 46. The name are the same thing. Okay. From this 96, 94 to 101, you see, it already highlighted it here. Did anyone get that? What we just did now? Did anyone get it?
Yes.
All right. So it just highlighted it and all of that. But this is not, this is just for us to know that there is duplicate on these data. This is just for us to know. Let's just do the same thing for this column too. On the second sheet, name, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and duplicate value. You see, there are duplicates. There are duplicates. But we are still coming to that actually. So I just want us to know that on this particular sheet now, there are duplicates. So let's just do something. Since we already know that this data here and the data that is here, they looks they appear to be the same thing, right? So just the difference is just that this is for a separate country and this is for a separate country. So what we just need to do at first now is to let's try to combine the data. And to combine the data on both sheets now, we need to use an inbuilt tool on Excel that is called Power Query. I'm sure you should be familiar with Power Query. So all we need to do is to just merge the two on the Power Query. So to access Power Query now, you just click on any of the cell. Once you do that, just come to this data tab. On this data tab now, just do just click on from table or range. So once you click that, so we can see that the data now, that table that we're working with, that's the first sheet, has been loaded into Power Query now. The data has been loaded into Power Query. So the next thing we just need to do now is normally the way it should work is that for us to get the second data to come into this place now, we need to just close and apply or close and load. But many times if we are working with a large data set, like very large, it would take your time. There are some data, maybe all these fintechs data that you'll be working on, maybe all these, the example like that data I opened out that time now, you can see a data, just like data now can comes in and can have like sometimes 600,000 rows. So if you are closing and applying for something like that, it might even take your time like 5, 10 minutes, depending on your system specifications sometimes. So if you are one of the things you can do here is to right click on this. Can everyone see what I want to do now? You can right click on it, and when you right click on it, you can just do this duplicate. So once you click on this duplicate, you see it already created, it duplicated this first query into the second query. It's still the same query. That's it. Now on this second query now, just click on this source. Is everyone following what I want to do?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So on this, this staff two now, this is what we duplicated, right? Just click on this applied step. Just click on this source. You can, if you look at this, okay, let me just do it again so that you don't get confused. I want you to get it very well. On this staff two now, staff two, this on this apply step, the this change type is being highlighted, right? And if you look at this formula bar, you can see the formula that is there. We are less concerned about that. But once you click on this source, you can see the formula already changed. And the formula is telling you, indicating the name of this. We don't want to close and apply. We want to Indian staff. We want to come here and like change the name of that table two for that second sheet. Did anyone just digest it now? Or should we do it again?
Please go over it again.
Okay, thank you. So I'll just delete this. You know that we are working with two sheets on our main Excel sheet, but we load one of it. The first sheet, we loaded it into this Power Query now. Now, I don't want us to do close and apply, close and load rather. Then we now go back and load it. The reason I don't want us to do that is because in cases where you are working with large data sets, it will take your time and it will not like make it will be dragging your system and all that. Imagine open and closing Power Query every time you want to do edit and all of that. So all we want to do now is that from this first data that we input, we want to like import directly our second data into Power Query. So we just right click on this first one, we click duplicates. So the first query duplicated itself. That's why you are seeing staff two. Now I said once you have this staff two, if you look at this apply step, you can see this apply step, right? Now from this apply step, just don't click on this change type, just click on this source. You can see the data, the formula bar has changed, right? When the cursor is still on this change type, you can see the formula bar, what we have there, the name, all those things. Then once we click on this source, you can see the formula bar has changed. Now it's having staff, right? The reason it's having staff is because staff is the name of the table, the first table. The second table, if you remember, we didn't rename it, right? So automatically, the name of that second table will be table two. So what we just need to do now is to change this staff and change it to table two. Did you follow it to this part?
Yes.
All right. So once you just press table two, just focus on this table now, the data itself. You will notice that it will change. Once I press enter now, it will change. This it has changed because now we now have that second table here. So instead of going to that first place to close and apply to go and import the second data into Power Query, we just simply just do it with these few steps. Did anyone get that very well?
Yes.
Okay. So what we need to do now, we're having staff and staff two as our query. So let's just edit the name. Let's just rename the query. So let's just say this is I don't know which name should we call it because there are two different data for two different countries. Let's just say this one is NZ staff, and the second one, that second one, we already know that one is Indian staff. So many times when you have this kind of data and you are not so sure about the name, it's something if you are working with maybe a client, you can put a culture or message there. They will tell you, they will indicate the country for you. So for the second table, we know that is for Indian staff because it is properly labeled. for the first one that is not labeled, you just apply a country code to it. So before combining that data now, from what we just dealt with now, we know that this data is for two countries, but still the country is not identified. There's no column that identifies the country on this data. On this data, if you look at it very well, you just have name, gender, department, age, nothing like the country on it. Nothing like the country on it. So what we need to do now is to select let's just click on this first one and let's go to add column. Are we following? Let's select this first query, then let's go to add column. I hope I'm not too fast and we're getting it. Is everyone getting it? All right, thank you. So from this, now we just click on this add column, and from this add column, let's just select this custom column. All right. So it's asking us new column name. So since column we want to create is to indicate the country, we just type in country. So just type in country. Now it's asking us on this big box custom column formula. So we just need to get our quote inside and we press NZ. That's maybe the country, like the value we want to use to identify the country. So that's it. So already press it. Now if we look at this side, it's telling us no syntax error have been detected. No syntax error has been detected. Now this is telling us, is writing this because no error. If there happens to be error, it will indicate it here. Now let's just do something. You can see token EOF expected show error, and it's already giving us a red underline. That means this the formula we just pressed is an error. But in the case of what we pressed earlier, there is no error. So that's one of the way you can know if your formula will work in Excel or not. So you just press OK. So you see that a new column has been created, and that column has a country code NZ as the way we wanted to identify the second. Now for this Indian star as well, we know that this is for Indian star, but no column to identify it. So we need to do the same step, custom column, and we press again new column name. Let's just do country again, and we apply the formula again. That's the double quote, and we have abbreviation of India. I think that's INT or IND. I think that's IND, sorry. So I don't know. India should take it like that. So we have India. So no syntax error has been detected. So we just press OK again. So what we are trying to do now is to clean the data, and we are trying to clean the data. We are trying to make it look appropriate. So for our analyzing. So on this, so we can see we have a new column for country. So what we now need to do again now, since our intention for coming into this Power Query is to merge these two sheets together. So that's what we want to do now. We just see append query. Now there's match query and there is append query. Now just maybe me, I prefer this append query, because if you're able to work with append query, when you get to tools like maybe Power BI, Excel, Power BI, sorry, Tableau, you'll be able to still work with it. Merge query many times can come up with different issues that in some cases when you use merge to just merge everything, and when you want to do some editing later, it will just be giving you different forms and all of that. And same thing, this append query, I think that's the same thing that SQL users join. So it's I prefer working with this append query. So from the own ribbon now, we look through another combine category. You can see the combined category. We see match queries and append queries. So we try to go with the append query. So once you click this drop down beside it, make sure you click this drop down beside it, then append query as new. So if you click this append query ordinarily, it will not create another query. You just put this, maybe this India inside the staff, something like that. But once you create this append queries as new, you will see another query here. So once you click that, so two table. If you want to do more than two tables, just click this three or more table. But for us now, we just have two table. That's the first query and the second query. So we just click. So the first table is NZ staff, and the second one would obviously be Indian staff. So once you click our OK, we have the second query here. You get it? So we already have that. So let's just rename it. So let's just rename it to staff. So this is inside this staff now. We already have all our data inside it. So to check that, you can see under the country, you can see we're having all the data there. All right. So going forward now, we now need to clean this data. We need to clean it properly. Now, one of the ways we know that this data has error is that look at this name now. If you look at this name column, if you look at this bar under this name, it is full, like from the end to the other end, right? Look at this gender, it's not filled. We have some opening there. Now look at it. 94% of it, this gender column, 94% is valid, 12% is empty, no error. It is just empty. That is no value in it. Look at this department as well. Same thing. Look at this age. Same thing. So that's one of the way you can easily know in Power Query that the data is not properly fixed and something needs to be done on it. So let's just look at this name column. Let's fix it from this name column. Once we select the column, let's just right click. Sorry, for that person that said this, she needed that data. Are you following through? Or you need us to look at if you are encountering an error? Okay, sorry, someone is raising up their hand.
Yeah, my hand is up.
Okay.
Okay. On that Power Query, you said we should append the query to a row.
Yes.
So once we append now, do we join the data together with columns, or do we separate them on two different columns? Because I'm seeing.
Okay. It will take them together as column. If you notice that the data we appended, they all have the same name. They all have the same column name. If you notice.
What about if the column are not?
Yes. If the columns are not the same thing, that is where, yeah, I understand that. If the columns are not the same, that means that you no need to append them. You might need to now merge them. And in that merging, there's a way they work around that. So if you have maybe columns, different columns on different data, different sheet, and you want to, that would be match. If you want to use append, it might not work properly for you. I don't know if you get that.
Okay, so what's the enforcement of this Power Query?
Is that
It says merge two sheets together.
the merge also works as the append? That's I don't know if I get the question very well.
So what's the purpose of Power Query?
Okay, Power Query is okay. I get that. I'll just explain. Power Query is a tool inside Excel, and it's very important. It makes data cleaning very easy, very easy. And one of it is that you see all this cleaning that we are trying to do. It makes it more effective. You're able to see it very well. And now I'll show you something now from this Power Query. You see this applied step. Okay, sorry. Let me just click on this. You can see this India stuff, right? Look at this. Can you see this column applied step here?
Yes.
So these are the changes we've done. We added one column, Abi.
Yes.
This is it here. You get it? You can see this cancel button.
Yes.
If I click it now, you will not see this country again. This column, you will not see it again. So if in Power Query now, if you made any error or any mistake, you can easily correct it.
Okay.
You can easily correct it. So I don't know, maybe for others, I think we should, for you to get it, I would have preferred maybe we should just click this cancel and you see the way it works. If I should click this cancel now, it will delete this column. You get it? So no, it gives you like an avenue to come back to do things again, and it makes the data cleaning very, very easier for us to do. Very, very. Now look at this name column now. We're having the first name and the last names together.
Yes.
If you want to have it separately, you can see this split column.
Yes.
You want to just click it by delimiter. Do you get what I just did now? So it's split that name. So we now have first name separate, second name, last name separate. We even have the third name. Some people have three names on that list. Do you get it? Now, going forward, if I now feel like this thing that I just did, I don't need it. You can see this change type, right? Once I just click it, do you notice that something has changed? Split column by delimiter. Once I just press it again, it has come back to our normal data that we had before. So it gives you what Power Query does is it gives you like a soft edge for you to just edit your data, do your data cleaning very easily. And this same Power Query is on Power BI as well. Is on Power BI, but there are some Excel is very, I don't know that word now. I think Excel is it rugged. They used to call that word like Excel. There's a way Excel works. Excel is very rugged. You can do a whole lot of things there. So Power Query really help us. What I just did to split the column now. If I want to do it on Power BI, it might be giving some prompts, but Excel will just do it for you. So it is advisable that when you want to clean your data, that you make use of Power Query. It really helps a lot to do. And when you clean this data with Power Query now and you save it, any changes you make here does not affect all these two data that we have before. We have two sheets on that Excel before.
Yes. That's
All
the
these things
one I was
okay,
asking.
all these things that are doing here will not affect those data that we have there.
No.
So
See the color data now. How will it affect it?
all right, once we save, you will see it. I will show you. I will show you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you, son. So what we are trying to, so sorry, please, we need to attend to that question. Sorry, class. So we have the data now. So we need to, I think we want to like check for duplicate and remove the duplicate. So to remove the duplicate now, we just need to click on the highlight that column. Now in this case, the column is name. We right click on it and we are seeing remove duplicates. We are seeing remove duplicates. So once you click remove duplicates, it is done. Okay, let's do this here. Let's okay, let's do it that way because I'm trying to consider the what's it called? This and let's just say remove duplicates. Remove duplicates. You can see the step is here already. Source, apply step. Step will apply now. We've seen remove duplicate. You can see remove duplicate. So if you feel like you don't want the duplicate to be there, you want the data to be dirty, you just cancel it. It will cancel. It will return all the duplicate. But for this case, you want to go forward. You get so you want the duplicate to be removed. So the next thing is look at the gender. We have in female, male, and null. You want the data to just be male and female. So what you just need to do, you want to clean that as well. But if you are saying be somehow, so that's why in data cleaning now, this name, look at this row 4 now. This person's name is Benny, but the gender is null, that is no value is there. The department is finance, the age is 37. This person exists in that company. Just as maybe, I don't know, maybe we don't know the way the person filled the form, or maybe the HR part, the gender is not included. So you are saying you remove. That means that you are saying that this name or this personality does not exist in that company. So what you need to do now is to apply other means. So we've highlighted on this column gender, we right click on it, then we say replace value. Can everyone see this replace value now? So we say replace value. Sorry, please, I want to confirm for that person that said she's following with the data. All you just need to do now is to right click on this column and ask Power Query that, okay, you want to replace value. Do you get it? You want to replace that value. So it's asking us which value. Value, the value is null, that's null. And you want to replace with it others. Null and others is two different things. Null implies that no data has been imputed into that cell, into that category for that particular person. But now said instead of coming out as null, remove it and replace it with others. So if you press OK now, what you will be having on that particular column now is male, female, and others. I don't know if everyone get that. Press OK now. So you can see, if you try to attempt to filter now, it has been fixed. So if you now notice this bar also, it has been filled. So we have 100% valid data. Another column that also needs to be fixed. Look at date, department rather. Department is also telling us the same thing. It's also having null. Now, the reason for this null, okay, let us just conclude like that. But did anyone remember that when we started like looking into the data, we created like a subtotal row, like to get the number of data, number of rows we have in that sheet. Did everyone remember? So that row is still there. So it might be the reason we are still having this challenge of emptiness here. But then to just going forward, let's just come to this date column. So under this date column now, we are seeing that, okay, date, and we are seeing null. Let's just uncheck this null and click enter. You notice that all other columns have been fixed. No error again. Did everyone notice that? So other columns have been fixed. So technically now, this showed us that this data is now clean. Do you all agree? Do you all agree? Okay, we have someone, Elizabeth. Please, let's have you on.
Okay, thank you very much. So I don't have null in my date column. As in, I didn't see any null in my date column.
Okay. Did you do that subtotal that I did that time?
Okay, no. I unchecked it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then another question. At the top, where you usually see that percentage, like a validation, how do I bring it up? I don't have it in mind. This green, the green bar. That yes, this one.
Just make your cursor to be on that grid. It will show.
I don't. I don't have. I don't have it green here.
What do you have in your own?
There's nothing. It's just blank.
Okay. Maybe version of Excel.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. This Elizabeth, can you go to your view? Can you go to your view and turn it on? Mr. Iwashi, please go to your view. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can turn it, check that box, one of
Okay,
those
okay.
boxes. I think column quality. Yeah,
Column
check
quality,
it.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I can't see calling quality. Yeah.
No, show white screen, then column under this data preview category.
Sorry, come again.
On that
View.
data, are you in that view already?
Yes, I'm in view.
Do you see this data preview?
Data what?
Data preview,
Yes, I can.
and you can see this column quality.
No, I don't have it here.
Oh,
Maybe it's the version of the Excel.
it might be the version, but it's nothing special actually.
Okay,
It
okay,
might just be the version of Excel.
okay. No problem. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So are we good? Can we load this data back to Power Query, to Excel rather? Okay, all right, thank you. So what we just do is close and load, close and load. So for Mr. Nelson, you asked the other time, like this is India data, right? Can you see that everything we did is still there? This is that data is still there. This is the NZ staff. This is that after when we imported it to Power Query. This is it. These are the things we did. We applied new column, we cleaned it. This is it. India staff. This is it. The staff the one we now appended together.
We separate them and
It will
bring them
separate
together.
it. So you can still refer back to this. You can see that okay, my raw file. What do I have on my raw file? You get it. That is the advantage of Power Query. So going forward, we'll be working with the staff. Um, we'll be working with this staff section. All right. So we now agree that we've cleaned this data, right? We all agree that we've cleaned this data.
This one, this one, this one, and then
Is it okay this way? We all agree that we've cleaned that data. So because you are the analyst, you are the one that want to analyze the data. So many times, some of those companies will just give you, or maybe your clients will just give you, and say that some of them might even be questionnaire. Maybe all these there's some site like that deals with educational this thing. They'll just give you the data and say that okay, this is a questionnaire. After coming up with our questionnaire, this is our report. Help us to analyze it. They will not give you like look at this, look at this, but you really want to now look at the data after cleaning it and say that okay, this is what you want to now generate. This is the report you want to bring out. Now, looking at this data now, the first thing we can first look at is who are these people? Who are these people? How many are they? You can look at that. You can say, that, okay, how many are these people? You can look at that. You can look at, okay, if you can know these people, you can get them. Can we create like a report finder? Can we create a section whereby if we just type someone's name, it will bring out their details? You get it? Imagine you want to get somebody, you now come to this filter. Okay, okay. And you have about maybe 500,000 data there. You're now looking. Okay, 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 okay. No. You can just look at, okay, in analyzing this data, once we know who these people are, are they from India? Are they from New Zealand? Are they from UK? Okay. Now we need to look at how many are there in total. If you look at this column, you just click on this column, it's telling you that 184. Very perfect, very good. But how many are the nuls? Is it every time you now be coming to filter out? No. You just want to analyze it properly. Okay, okay. After doing that, can we have a place whereby we just like create like information finder, like I just apply a certain formula, like that will just once I type somebody's name to just bring out the details, the country, the department. Okay, we can do that. Can we look at creating the ratio of males to female? Can we look at creating annual bonuses? You get, you can just look at those concepts around that. So to just start with now. So what we've done is we've cleaned the data. And the truth being said is that cleaning data is, I think, is the most technical, be the hardest part of data analysis. Once you're able to clean the data properly, any logic you want to apply, it will obviously work. It will, but if the data is not clean, anything you want to apply would not work. It will not work. But once the data is clean, you can do other things that you want to do. So let's just to start with, we can use formula, we can use pivot table. And we try as much as possible to do the two, to use formula and to also use power query. So to use pivot table rather. So for now, we just do the power query. We do the power query part. So let's just look at, sorry please, let's create a new sheet. And let's say let's say we want to rename this sheet, and we want to name it maybe, okay. So maybe the first thing we want to look at is okay, let's do it on this sheet. The first thing we want to look at count of employers, or maybe count of staff, as the case may be. So we want to look at the count of staff. So in Excel, for any formula you want to apply, the way you command those formula is by starting with the equal to sign. The way you command, if you have to type something now, maybe I type date, it's just showing as a letter, like a normal text. But the way I will command Excel to make Excel know that, okay, what I'm about to do is a formula, is starting with an equal to sign. So date, you see, a prompt is already, we want to get the count of all the staff that we have on this data. And we can start by saying that, okay, we want to use a function in Excel that is called count function. Now in Excel, I'm not sure this is really, the percentage of this is not really too high in Power BI, but in Excel, Excel has different functions, and those functions are similar many times. This, you want to use count functions. It's giving us count a, count blank, count a, count if s, different counts. Same way, if you want to use date, I'm sure date will also have different dates. You see, date. So different. So what I'm trying to go down to is that you must know the exact one you want to use. Now, if I use count, then I said this is not the one I want to use actually. But if I said count, maybe I didn't know the exact formula I want to use, and I said count, and I said staff. That's, I'm referencing the table name. You know, the table. You know, already rename the table. You remember in Power Query to staff. When after appending, we rename it to staff. So I said staff. It brought it out. I said staff. Okay. Sorry. I said staff. So the next thing is, I now said, okay, oh, staff. Okay, name. If I press enter, can you see we are having zero for whatsoever reason? The reason, so it's just so you might just, if you don't know that count has different version, Excel has different version of count, I get be confused. I want you to count this thing, but it's not counting it. So you apply the command again and say that okay, count A, all right, and we say that okay, count A. You want to do for staff table. Sorry, please. You want to do for staff table, staff, and the column we are looking for under staff that I want you to count is column name. So we have to close it and right. So it's telling us we have 100. Are we supposed to have 100? We're supposed to have 108. We're supposed to have 108. So what's wrong with Excel? So we still with Excel. So, sorry, please. Equal to count A, and we have staff. Oh, I think we already, sorry, we already name, so we're using staff one, sorry, we're using staff one because we already have a table as staff before, sorry about that. So all we just need to do now is the column that we need you to count is name column. So we close it and we press enter. So we're having 183. Sorry, I was wondering that you already have a name, a column name and staff before. Let me show you. This name, I already titled this to be name to the staff. Sorry about that. Before I don't even want to get that. Sorry. So already name. That's why. So going forward, now we'll be using staff one, staff underscore one, to get our formula right. So we'll be using staff underscore one. So now we have. It's telling us that we have 183 staff in this data, which by just highlighting, we see that it is true. So we have 184 here because it counted the column header. So we have 183. So the next thing we want to look at maybe their average salary. So I'm just trying to come up with possible insight for us to analyze the data. So like we want to look at the average salary of the staffs. So by doing that, we also need to like get our equal to into the box and call the function we want to use. Now the function we want to use is average function. Average. Now if you look at it again, just like that count, we also have different average. So I think someone is all right, please. You can go, Elizabeth.
Okay, so